folks, welcome to the lab. We're just going to have a little fun here after working on a couple lanterns. As you can tell, I was working on a Dietz Vesta. And here is what happened. Yes. I mean, kind of ridiculous. I could show you how many holes. Let's see, where's my... Yeah. Yeah, you can see. And I'll show you what we're going to do. Or what I'm going to do. And you're going to do, because you're going to do it with me. So, this is just for shits and giggles, as they say. I'm going to tape this up. I'm going to JB Weld all those holes up from the inside. And maybe I'll make this an incense burner. You know, I'll put some sand in here. This is what I'm using for incense here. I was using one of these long boxes, you know, that you hide them in. And it just, space constraints here in my lab. It just wasn't going to work. So this is a mortar and pestle bottom. And I do have a small collection of these. Me being a chef, this is what I would grind my spices, especially like Indian spices and things, the hard spices. So yeah, just, you know, just for fun, just to have something around here on the desk made of a hunk of lantern. Why not? And who knows, maybe I'll just end up putting spare change in it or drill bits or something. I don't know. This is just for fun. And I got plenty of JB Weld it. And so yeah, that's what we're going to do. Really not much of this that I am not going to tape up. And, you know, might be a little bit of contouring to do once all this hardens up. But I should have a pretty flush masking here. As you can see, I'm not going from one end to the other, and that's to make sure I get bubbles out and don't leave any voids. And that's what I'm doing here. Because if I just went straight across, there would be all these voids where each one of these were, and then there would just, yeah. Wouldn't be bad news, it would just be unfortunate. This would be kind of fun. It's like playing with clay. I'm gonna get a little nutty with JB Welded. I think we got all the holes covered. Oh, I see a couple. Hold it up to my face and taking a peek. There's a couple there I missed. All right, we got it all. So, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a little batch of, well, my usual size batch. Well, I usually make too much. And then I'm going to put, hey, I call them, I've been a chef for over 30 years. And I would always carry these in my wallet and go ahead and insert all the jokes you want here. But I would keep these in my wallet because these are finger condoms for single finger cuts. Because as a chef, I wasn't big on, I didn't like wearing gloves. I didn't have a good feel of what's going on. But I did have these, and I use them a lot because I cut myself a lot. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is make up a batch of this, and then I'm going to maybe just use my finger and why not? We don't need to be perfect. We're not pleasing anybody with what we're doing there. This is just fun. This will be fun. All right, let's see if this makes a good, graceful method. There we go. Ready for a night on the town, folks. I'm going to put my headlamp on here. I can't see all that great. I like that the blue tape shows me where the holes are. I'm liking the finger spreading method. Only problem is with this finger condom on, not quite the feel. Can't quite feel all that great what I'm doing here, but I can look at it, but I don't have as much control if I can't feel it too well. Again, insert jokes anywhere in here you would like. This is going to be cool. I can serve cheeses in here. Maybe a nice dessert. Maybe a nice ice cream sundae. I'm just seeing some little spots that look a little thin. I feel the stuff starting to set already. That's all we're going to need. I mean, seriously, what else we going to need? Really? Just to keep sand from flying out. That's all. That's all I want. All right. Well, oh, look at that. I've been painting with my finger this whole time. Huh. Okay, well, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll check it out together. We'll pull the tape off, and then we'll do something with it. How's that sound? All right, see you in a bit. Okay, it is the next day. Yeah, nice. That adds a little bulk to it, that JB Weld it. Why is it coming off in such an annoying fashion? I don't know. Oh, I see. I get it now. I'm sure this is a bit like watching paint peel. Somebody removing masking tape. Oh, man. But at least it's not like trying to remove a Goodwill price tag from something actually worth a couple of bucks. Like, why? Why would you make them with such strong glue? Is there a huge copycat issue with Goodwill price tags? Ugh. Come on. Don't really need to do a whole lot of contouring of any kind of bits of it coming through, because we were able to level it off pretty nicely, laying down the tape correctly. Well, this thing was sitting on a hot radiator for 24 hours, so I guess I can blame the tape being so pesky by that kind of baking on the glue. Because masking tape was not meant to stick like this, especially a painter's tape. Okay, well these are kind of like, I could probably grind that off with the Dremel. I mean, seriously, what am I going to hurt, right? I mean, really, what's it going to hurt? Okay, I am ready for my 1985 craft class clay ashtray for Mom. And I joke, I was in elementary school in the 70s and my mom didn't smoke. But I did make ashtrays for my dad for his pipes and cigars. Well, I wonder, what do we do with it now? What do we do? Put some sand in there and try to burn some incense in it. See if there's enough space there. There should be. All right, hold on a second. All right. So I was making sandbags. If you watch the channel, you've seen my sandbags. I needed place sand. I like place sand because they strain it, you know, to make the granules a little larger so they don't come through the fabric that you make. I make sandbags. I made sandbags out of sleeves of old chef coats. And put sand in there, and I don't get this like super fine dust coming through, you know, like you would if you were filtering out. So, and it's all washed and everything. It's all cool. But it's like $5.95 for a 50-pound bag. I couldn't get any bag smaller than that unless I went with some kind of pool filter sand, and I didn't know exactly what, you know, consistency it was. So, yeah. Okay, so me burning my incense, I use this, which was an old. It's a mortar and pestle. It's a marble mortar and pestle bottom. And, you know, it's great and all, but this is so small that all these coals or these little, what do you want to call it, the ashes, are falling out all over the table here. So I figure this might help that. So let's test with a couple. Well, it'll work. And I think once I do a couple sessions with the bench grinder, which is over here, it's going to settle all this down. It'll get a lot firmer. That's what happens here. I mean, this is packed pretty tight. You can see all the spent ones down in there. So, well, that's going to work. Okay. Well, let me light a couple of them. Yoink. Well, there you go, folks. We're not going to need that anymore. I'll put that over here. But, you know, we'll see. Space constraints, who knows what's going to happen. But, yeah, cool. It's like a birthday cake for one. So, we'll see how many people say, oh, is that the bottom of a lantern? I'm sure if they are railroad lantern people, they'll notice. They'll see it right away. But for anybody else, it'd be like, What'd you do? Get like soup to go in that thing and then use it on your table? Okay. Well, all right, folks. Well, that's hey, a little DIY here with Chef Birdland. What to do with leftover lantern parts. All right. Well, there we are. That's it. And this right here is my next project. It is a Dietz high-low. I just did one of these about a month ago, but I'm doing another before the holidays. Okay. All right, folks, that's it. And as usual, don't you go change it.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.